Hello and welcome everyone to Welcome English. My name is Jack.
And I'm Jill. We are so happy you are here to learn English with us today.
We have a very important topic for you. We are going to learn about beginner questions and answers.
That's right. These are the questions you will use every single day. We want you to practice with us. When we ask a question, please say your answer out loud. It's okay to make mistakes.
Exactly. Speaking is the best way to learn. Let's get started. So, Jill, why are these questions so important for our listeners?
Because you use them everywhere. When you meet new people, when you go to a store, when you talk to your coworkers or classmates.
Right. Knowing these questions and answers will help you feel more confident when you speak English. You can start conversations and understand people better. It really is a key to making your new life easier and more fun.
Okay, let's learn our first question. This is for greetings when you meet someone new.
I will ask the question. Please try to answer. Ready? What's your name?
My name is Jill.
Great. In the question, what's is the short form of what is. In spoken English, we often use these short forms called contractions.
You can also answer by saying, I'm Jill. I'm is the contraction for I am.
And a great tip, after you say your name, say, nice to meet you. It's very polite and friendly. Okay, next question. This is about your home country. Where are you from?
I am from the United States.
The important word here is from. It shows your origin, the city or country you came from.
Another way to answer is, I come from the United States. Both are correct.
Here's a tip. To continue the conversation, ask the other person too. After you answer, just say, and you? Next is a very common question about work or your daily life. What do you do?
I'm a teacher.
What do you do is the most common way to ask someone, what is your job?
If you are a student, you can answer, I'm a student. If you don't have a job right now, you can say, I'm looking for a job.
A good tip is to be ready to say a little more. For example, I'm a teacher. I teach English online. This next question is about your health. It's polite to ask this when you see someone. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, thanks.
Feeling is about your health and emotions. This question is more specific than just, how are you?
If you are not feeling well, you can be honest. You can say, I'm a little tired, or I think I have a cold.
Tip, it's always nice to ask back. After you answer, say, how about you? Okay, a question about family. Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have one brother.
Siblings is a useful word that means brothers and sisters together.
If you don't have any, you can say, no, I'm an only child. An only child means you have no brothers or sisters.
A great tip is to say yes, and you can add their age. Yes, I have one brother. He is older than me. Here's a question about transportation. How do you get to work?
I take the bus.
Get to means arrive at. So, how do you arrive at work? You can use this for school too. How do you get to school?
Other answers could be, I drive my car, I walk, or I take the subway.
A great tip is to add how long it takes. For example, I take the bus. It takes about 30 minutes. Now, a very useful question for shopping. Imagine you're holding an item you want to buy. You ask, how much does this cost?
It costs $10.
You can also point and ask, how much is this? It's a little simpler and very common.
Right. And for more than one thing, you say, how much are these? The answer could be, they are $20.
Tip, practice your numbers. It is so important to understand prices when you are shopping. Our last question in this section is for restaurants. When you sit down, you can ask, can I have the menu, please?
Of course. Here you are.
This is a very polite way to ask for something. Can I have is useful everywhere. Can I have a coffee? Can I have the bill?
A similar polite question is, could I have? It sounds a little more formal.
And the tip is simple. Always remember to say please and thank you. It makes a big difference. Next, let's learn a question to get to know someone's interests. What do you do for fun?
I like to read books and watch movies.
This is a great question to find common interests. What do you do for fun is a friendly way of asking about someone's hobbies.
Wow, that was a lot of great information, Jack. Let's see how these questions work in a real conversation. You can also ask, what are your hobbies? Your answer could be, I enjoy hiking, or I play soccer, or I love cooking.
Good idea. Let's do a mini conversation. Jill, imagine we are new coworkers meeting for the first time.
Okay, let's do it.
Hi, I don't think we've met. My name is Jack.
Hi, Jack. I'm Jill. Nice to meet you. I just started today.
Welcome to the team. So, what do you do? What is your role here?
I'm the new marketing assistant. How about you?
I'm a graphic designer. By the way, how do you get to work? I took the train today and it was so crowded.
Oh, I take the bus. It's not too bad. Well, it was good to meet you, Jack.
You too, Jill. See you around. Now it's time to practice your pronunciation. This is very important. I will say 5 questions slowly. Listen and then repeat in the pause. Ready?
You can do it. Speak loud and clear.
Number 1. What's your name? Number 2. Where are you from? Number 3. What do you do? Number 4. How much does this cost? And number 5. How are you feeling?
Excellent job, everyone. Repeating is so helpful for your muscle memory.
Now, let's talk about some common mistakes. Remember, making mistakes is a normal and important part of learning.
That's right. So, what's our first common mistake, Jack?
A big one is forgetting the helping verbs be or do. For example, a student might ask, "Where you from?"
Ah, yes, we need a verb in there.
Exactly. The correct question is, where are you from? You must have the verb are. Same for what you do. The correct question is, what do you do?
What's another common mistake?
Using am with verbs like agree. I often hear students say, I am agree with you.
Right, but agree is a verb itself, so you don't need am.
That's correct. You just say, I agree with you. Simple.
Those are great tips. Fixing these small mistakes makes your English sound much more natural.
All right, are you ready for a listening challenge? We are going to play a short conversation. Listen very carefully. Excuse me, is this seat taken?
Oh, no, it's free. Please have a seat.
Thanks. My name is Tom, by the way.
I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you, Tom. I'm just waiting for my bus. I'm going to the city library to return some books.
The library? I work near there. I'm a web designer at a small company on Maple Street.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, the bus is here. It was nice talking to you, Tom.
You too, Sarah. Have a good day.
Okay, did you understand? Now for the questions.
Question 1. What are their names?
Question 2. Where is the woman, Sarah, going?
And question 3. What is the man's, Tom's, job?
All right, let's check your answers. The answer to question 1 is, their names are Tom and Sarah.
The answer to question 2, Sarah is going to the city library.
And the answer to question 3, Tom is a web designer. How did you do? If it was difficult, don't worry. You can always go back and listen again.
Okay, let's do a quick review of 12 of the most useful questions from today. We'll say them a little faster now.
What's your name?
Where are you from?
What do you do?
How are you feeling?
What time is it?
How's the weather?
Can I help you?
How much does this cost?
Where is the bathroom?
Do you speak English?
How do you get to work?
Can I have the menu, please?
Fantastic. We have one final challenge for you, your homework.
Yes, it's time for you to use your English in the real world.
Yes, it's time for you to use your English in the real world.
Today, we challenge you to ask and answer 5 questions. You can talk to a friend, a coworker, or even just practice speaking to yourself.
You can use questions from today's lesson like, how are you? Or what time is it? The important thing is just to speak.
Your confidence will grow every time you open your mouth and try.
That is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for listening and for practicing with us.
You did a wonderful job. Remember, learning a new language is a journey. Be patient and be proud of your progress.
If you enjoyed this lesson, please give us a like and subscribe to Welcome English for more episodes like this one.
And please leave a comment below. Ask us a question or tell us where you are from. We would love to hear from you.
Until next time,
Keep listening
keep speaking.
and keep growing.